Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all honor and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakudash. Double honors the elders, the apostles, and bishops of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect, starting with the 144,000 governing body of the nation of Yahshua Allah, and the men, the women, the children, the true believers in the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. May he have mercy on you in these last days. It's your brother Anawa Allah, coming back at you with another quick lesson, and Lord willing to be edifying. And the name of this lesson is, this man is the simp of the century. Okay? And he weak. And I can't stand this dude. Alright? I hate that I gotta do this lesson, but I gotta do it. You know? I'm not a fan of him at all. I remember this dude from 10 years ago when he used to be on Facebook selling vegan products and how to eat vegan and all type of shit. But at the end of the day, he's a Yah Israelite. When you listen to some of these videos I'm about to show, he always say all praises. He don't ever say who he giving all praises to. Okay, he don't glorify the name Yahweh Bashim Shai. Okay, you know who his God is? The black woman. Specifically the black woman. That's who he worship. And you're gonna hear it. You're gonna see it. And you should be disgusted hearing this man in the last days when the scriptures tell you who the Lord dealing with. All right. I'm gonna play all his videos. Salakia. I gotta bring them out just for edification, and then I'm gonna bring the scriptures. They're all real quick shorts on TikTok, and Lord willing to be edifying.
Do you know why I take care of the way I do?
Because you love me.
That's partially true, but in truth, it's because I understand that you are a blessing given to me by God. And the greater I take care of you, the better God takes care of me. That's why I pour wealth all over you, because I know God is going to pour wealth all over me. You are my greatest gift, my greatest investment. And there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. I would even lay my life down for you. Okay.
You see what he said? He said this damn woman who is corrupted, she probably wasn't even a fucking virgin. That's his greatest investment. Not the Lord, not Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, but her. Okay? That's his greatest investment, her. When all hell about to break loose.
Oh, praise is beautiful.
You see? All praises. You ain't gonna say all praises to Yahweh Bashim Rashai and be worshiping a woman. It doesn't work that way. You see?
My love. I'm not feeling myself.
What you mean you're not feeling yourself?
I'm just exhausted, mentally, physically, emotionally. I don't feel like I look beautiful when I look in the mirror. I don't know.
I got you. What's more powerful? What's more amazing? What's more beautiful than you? What's more powerful?
This shit is disgusting. I'm gonna just call it like it is. It's all right to be kind to your woman, but this is what she should be doing to you, according to the Bible. This is flat out woman worship on the highest level. That's why he the simp of the century. You see? Not the year, not the last 25 years. This nigga the simp of the last 100 years. Okay? I might go a step farther. This nigga is the simp of forever. This shit is crazy.
What's more amazing? What's more beautiful than you? What's more powerful? What's more amazing? What's more...
Bro, what's more powerful? Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's what's the most powerful. And he gonna give us that power. But not him. Oh, this nigga gonna be destroyed. He's been given his kingdom now. His kingdom is with the wicked. Okay? Because he's an idol worshiper at the end of the day. And his idol is the black woman. All right? Look what it says, that when a woman comes to you with her feelings, it's not your turn. It's not your turn to speak. It's your turn to listen. What the fuck? What? Now I got to change one of my precepts. Hold up. We got to fix that, because I got to make some adjustments to this precept right here. Yeah. Yes, sir. He says, when a woman comes to you with her feelings, it is not your turn to speak. It's your turn to listen. She's not coming to compete. She's not coming to argue. She's coming to be heard, seen, and safe in your presence. The worst thing a man can do is make her vulnerably about her. The worst thing a man can do is make her vulnerability about herself. Weak men hijack her pain and turn it into their ego. Strong men create space and let her exhale. Right, go fuck another nigga. That's what he's saying. If you reverse that and see the evil in that, because you're a man of the Lord, you can see right through this bullshit. Sometimes love looks like solution. Sometimes love looks like silence. Sometimes love looks like holding her hand and letting her speak without interruption. This nigga got to go, bro. Alright? Shit is whack as fuck.
You are loved. You are loved. Your family adores you. What's more powerful, what's more amazing, and what's more beautiful than you? My wife left me. But how can I blame her? I introduced her into a better version of myself. And she told me she's not coming back. My old version tried to love her as if she was the same woman I met.
See, he got to show off his assets. He got to make it seem like because he got money, you going to hear him. That's his way of taking care of woman. I think one of his videos, he say his money is his and his money is hers and her money is hers. She don't pay none of her bills. She don't got to do shit but just look good for him. She ain't got to cook. She ain't got to clean. She ain't got to serve. What the fuck?
10 years ago, my new version understands she's evolved. So my love must evolve as well.
Love is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's real love. So if he really loved her, he would tell her, look, I'm your Lord. The Lord's name is not Yah, it's Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and he coming back to destroy America. And all this riches we got is of naught. I mean, of course, that's definitely not going to happen. But for all intents and purposes, that would be an example of showing her true love. But in her mind, she's a goddess. She's a queen. A queen is what? A whore, a prostitute. Like I said, it's more than likely this nigga didn't break her virginity. So right off rip, he got spoiled goods. Ain't nobody around here getting no damn virgins. That's what a real man deserve, right? But it's okay. We're all turning back to the Lord and repenting. But this nigga right here think he got it figured out. And you gotta attack shit like this, because this is vile. This is why it's so many weak men in the world. Again, I ain't saying you can't do nothing nice for your woman, but she got to be in order, bro. She's got to know that the Lord chose you to be under her, and she got to respect that. And the Lord will figure out everything else. But if you come with this bullshit like this, and if you go to the comment board, you know every woman won't be with this nigga. They don't want to be with the man of the Lord until that time comes. Jacob's trouble. He ain't going to be able to, all this money, the security, ain't going to do nothing. Those women going to be spoiled again.
Because the things she needed 10 years ago ain't the same needs now. And the goals and dreams she had 10 years ago ain't the same goals and dreams now. The new version of me understands this. He provides better. He listens better. He's more loving, more understanding. See, the old version was good for the woman I met 10 years ago. You men are the problem. These women come into your lives loving you, respecting you, being patient, believing in things you never, ever materialize. Yet you call them the problem. They got with you when you had nothing. They believe in your lies, then you break them and call them broken. And when they start to have standards for themselves, you call them bitter. When they no longer want to talk to you, oh, she's upset, she can't forgive the past. What do you mean? How many times does she forgive you over and over and over? You men are the problem, then you complain about the women you create. That woman gave you her mind, her body, her time, yet you treated her like you hated her. Ladies, stop allowing these men to try to control you. They've done nothing for you. They haven't elevated you. They haven't loved you, adored you, and respected you. Match their energy. If you want to be disrespectful, you be disrespectful.
See, he telling a woman to be rebellious. He obviously don't read the Bible. Okay? He just know he an Israelite by default, because he say the name Yah, I guess. I don't know. He say all praises. I guess he know he an Israelite. But at the end of the day, if you listening to this motherfucker, your ass gonna die. If you think that he telling the truth, the Lord gonna kill you too. Because this dude gonna be destroyed. His whole, everything that he got is gonna be burnt up. Malachi 4:1, right? All of it. And very soon.
Match their energy. And set standards and boundaries in your life. If a man can't love you, he gotta go. If he can't provide for you, he gotta go. If he doesn't adore you, he has to go. You men are the problem. You're breaking these women.
So men is the problem, but women has Esau on the so-called black woman got Esau in her corner. That's her power. She get everything for her in this kingdom. Although the Lord about to take it away, right? Men are the problem, but the women, the women kick the men out their lives. Oh, because he found him another woman that he dealing with. See, once again, he got 2 wives. So what's the problem? What is he talking about? If the woman's the weaker vessel, she's going to be the problem. Because you got to constantly guide her, correct her, and keep her on the right track as you stay on the right track. This kingdom is wicked as all hell, and it's people like this that perpetuates and forwards the doctrine of this world. This that wine that Yahweh Shemel Shah is talking about. When you got all these precepts that I'm going to bring out, the same ones you hear over and over to prove that he's a liar. And that he's a woman worshiper. Idolatry at its finest. Simp of the fucking century. Weak.
And then when they set standards for themselves, you call them bitter, angry.
What, being a whore? That's the standard? Because that's the average standard for the so-called black woman. To be a whore. To drop from rod to rod till they find out, oh, he gonna spoil me and take care of me and give me whatever I want and let me have my own money and he gonna give me his money too. Then I'll stay. Fuck out of here.
Upset. Ladies, never allow a man that has done nothing for you
Got a precept
to try
for
to
that.
control you.
Yes, sir.
Fall so deep in love with yourself that nothing else matters. All praises due to the Most High. All praises.
There you go. All praise is due to the Most High. See, he cut out the Savior. That's a problem. And he don't use the name. That's another problem. This is a Yah Israelite as its finest. We know this. I bet you if you ask him, he'll say Yahuwah or Yahshua. He ain't going to say Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Why? Because that's a different spirit. You see?
He puts his mother before you. You tell that man to go lay in bed with his mother. Clearly, he's not done drinking from the breast. If he provides for his mother before he provides for you, you go tell that man, go crawl back in bed with your mother because he's not done drinking from the breast. When a man takes a wife, that wife comes before everybody.
When a man takes a wife, she is a possession. And she puts you before everything and everybody. And you put the Lord before her and everything in your life. That's the order. And I'm going to get that. So what is this nigga talking about? I don't want to hear him no more. Let's get the scriptures now. I don't want to hear this nigga no more. He don't know what he talking about. We going to start from the top. This is Proverbs chapter 31:3. Give not thy strength unto women. What? Don't give your strength unto woman. Nor thy ways that which destroy of kings. You see that? That's basic wisdom from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So what is he talking about? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11. First, let's get the order. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach. It says, I'm going to jump down to verse 3. But I would have you know that every head of every man is Hamashiach. See, he think the Most High is his head, and because he got his money, he full of himself. And so he doesn't understand the Lord ain't dealing with you. His money coming from Satan. Yeah, the Lord giving him his blessings or whatever on this side, but that's gonna come at the cost of his salvation now. And he locked into this women worship. It's a done deal for him. It says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of the Hamashiach is the Most High. What? That's the order. It ain't got nothing to do with no damn woman being praised and glorified like this, man. What is this dude talking about? I'm going to jump down to verse 8. 1 Corinthians 11 and 8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. See that? Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. She was created to serve you. She was given to you by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua. It doesn't say what he's saying. See, he's speaking according to the doctrine of Babylon, Esau, Edom's doctrine, where happy wife, happy life. But that's the reason we're in the situation we're in. The Lord hate woman worship. I'm going to call it like it is. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 12. It says, you know what? Let me go up one verse. I'm going to start at verse 11. Isaiah 13:11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. This is iniquity right here. And he's of the world. Okay? Because you don't see him glorifying the Lord and doing the work of the Lord. He running his business and making as much money so he can worship these damn women he got. It says, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And I will make a man more precious than fine gold, not woman. Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. You see that? So what is he talking about? The Lord said he's going to make a man more precious than fine gold. Oh, because you don't see it right now? That's okay, because that day is coming. The man is over the woman. It's not the other way around. And we gotta get that clear, because that's a part of the doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. This shit is ridiculous. This is Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16. From the beginning, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception in sorrow. Thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. You see that? He shall rule over thee. When you go into that word rule, I know you women don't like this one, right? This lesson, you was hoping that what he was saying was true. If you come across this video, just know he's a liar, and Yahweh Bashim Shah is going to destroy him. It says, rule, to have dominion, reign, to cause to rule, dominion. That's ownership. That's power, to govern. That means to control her mind, basically. Through these scriptures, though. Now let's look what it say in the NLT. Because this where he at. It says Genesis 3 and 16 in NLT. Then he said to the woman, I will sharpen the pain of your pregnancy. Don't you know that's a curse? He can't fix that. Only Yahushua can make that better. And that's only going to happen when he deliver us. And then our women won't have that curse on them. This idiot right here, bro. It says, to the woman he said, I will, so like to the woman then he said to the woman, I will sharpen the pain of your pregnancy, and in pain you will give birth. And you will desire to control your husband, but he will rule over you. It's not happening, bro. You off with this, with these videos you putting up talking about you supposed to worship your woman and the man is the fault, giving her all these accolades, and just off, bro. And putting her on camera like that, like you making a movie. This is Sirach, chapter 33 and 19. It says, give not thy son and wife and thy brother and friend power over thee while thou livest. He definitely giving his women power over him. I don't care how smart they are and they can run his business. They supposed to do that anyway. It says, and give not thy goods to another, lest it repent thee, and then thou entreat for the same again. Don't give the woman, your children, or anybody power over thee. Serve the Lord with fear and trembling. This is Sirach 36 and 24. It says, he that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. That just cuts everything he talking about right there. A help like unto himself and a pillar of rest. She's supposed to be the comfort, not you. She's supposed to come to you and bathe your feet in water and massage you. You're her everything. I just read it to you, and the Lord said it in 1 Corinthians chapter 11. He gave you the order, but nope, that's not why he the simple. I ain't never seen this shit before. I'm sure it's plenty out like that though. It's probably some simps that can match him, but for this lesson, yeah, he the simp of the century, brother. Real talk. This is 1 Peter chapter 1. So like chapter 3 and verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, that they also may be without the word, be won by the conversation of the wise. Let me read that again. Likewise, you wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives, while they behold your chaste conversations coupled with fear. Let me drop down. It says, verse 5, it says, you know what, I'll read all this. Verse 3, whose adorning, let it not be the outward adorning of the plaiting of the hair and the wearing of gold or of putting on apparel. You see what he doing? He decking his women out. Again, that's okay, but why you gotta commercialize it? Why does it have to be put on social media? Right? To create covetousness and to have men envy you, and then you could say all that shit and think like you're not going to get dealt with by the Lord when you obviously ain't read the Bible. These scriptures don't lie, bro. These scriptures are clearly telling you who is over who and how the order is supposed to be. And a woman should not be getting that type of reverence. It should be the other way around. But we gonna see in these last days. It says, verse 4, it says, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, in that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of the Lord of a good price. For after this manner, in the old time, the holy woman also, who trusted in the Most High, adorned themselves, being in subjection to their own husbands. That basically the Lord is saying the way a woman shows her affection to her husband and shows her obedience to the Lord is to be in subjection to her husband. Let's look that word in subjection up. The hell? This dude right here, boy. Crazy work right here.
Strong's G 5293. Upatasso.
It says to arrange under. But he putting her over him. To subordinate. To put in subjection. To submit to one's control. He just said, I just read to you, I showed you. He said they need their space. They need to not be in control. They should be allowed to do whatever they want to do. It says to yield to one's admonition or advice, to obey, to be subject. That's what the Lord said. That's in the New Testament. I know you women don't like that though. But that's why, a lot of you just ain't gonna make it. Verse 6, it says, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. That's what, when he walk in the house, he calling his woman queen. Not knowing that queen means a prostitute. Look it up. When he come in the house, she should be calling him Lord or nothing. It says, likewise, ye husbands, verse 6 again. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well, and are not afraid with any amazement. Meaning, follow your man with fear and trembling. And then you're a daughter of Sarah. But these modern women today don't even know who Sarah is and what she did. It says, verse 7, likewise, ye husband, dwell with them according to knowledge. What's the knowledge? This book, these scriptures. It says, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. So your woman is supposed to have a mind of yours. This dude right here telling you she can have her own way of thinking. She could do whatever she want. And you're supposed to appease that. And if she want to go, she gonna make sure she taken care of. And this, bruh, this shit is crazy. But it's all good though. Now, let's talk about this. Because he said that a woman, when she speak, her feelings, which don't matter, yes, you can listen. And if it's going to help the household, make a righteous decision. But if she's speaking just purely from her feelings, that's Satan. That ain't of the Lord. This is 1 Timothy chapter 2. And I'll start at verse 11. It says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Shut the fuck up and listen. But if she's got something to say that's going to bring value to the household, then you listen. And you weigh it. And you apply it to the scriptures. And if it's correct counsel, sure, you can roll with it. It says, but listen, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. You saw her going up whining and shit. You see? Hey, even if he was allowed it, why put that on the camera, man, and embarrass yourself like that? What a man do with his woman, that's supposed to be closed behind doors. But he glorifying some shit that is apparently evil and wicked. Romance is not a part of the Israelite heritage. That's romance. It goes back to Rome. That's an Edomite doctrine. That's not an Israelite man's doctrine. It says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression, was in breaking the law, being disobedient, linking up with the serpent, which today is the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. That's what you got in Genesis chapter 3 and 16 that I just read to you. It says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. That means she need a savior. She need a husband. But if her husband like this, she can have all the children she wants. Because look, it says, if they continue in the faith. They're not in the faith. They're more concerned about their wealth. He's more concerned about her needs, not the Lord need, who gave him all these things. And she more concerned about how much money she gonna get spent. And she not feeling good today and she need to be pampered and worshiped, right? Instead of cooking and taking care of the children. And he's supposed to be doing a lesson like this, rebuking this same behavior. It says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in the faith and charity and holiness and sobriety. See that? It's the last precept. Hosea 4 and 6. It says, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding, and choosing to be an idolater, worshiping the black woman. It says, I will also reject thee, and thou shalt be no priest to me. Meaning, when the Lord return to deliver the elect man, we're going to be the kings and priests in the kingdom to come. He's going to have to be burnt up and taught, or not taught, but reborn in the kingdom to become a king and a priest. But on this side, he's going to suffer great tribulation, like we all are. But the difference is, we know it's coming. His difference is, his only hope is going to be in his woman and his money. So you know what that means. In order to satisfy that woman, they all going to take the chip. It says, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. And if you was to watch this video, he got a lot of children with this one woman, or I guess he got another wife somewhere else. But ain't none of them being taught to fear the Lord. They're all his sons being taught to worship woman. They're no good to the Lord. All his daughters being taught to be worshipped by a man. So what does that mean? They ain't going to be no good to no man. And if they ain't good to no man, they can't be good for the Lord neither. Because that's how it works in the order I just read to you in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, 8 and 9. So Lord willing, this is edifying. And I will give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, and bishops, great millstone. Don't be like this dude right here, bro. This is madness. Shalom.